It's been a while since we've seen this man. Mention him a lot. Hell, sometimes I would even mention him in other Let's Plays. And, it's just been a minute since we've seen him. I mean, this is the image of determination right here. I mean, this is something impressive, to say the least. I miss this guy. I'd be lying if I said I didn't. I just figured I'd come and see him. Just one last time. I mean, look, I'll dispense with the formalities, though some are certainly in order, because I'm sure you have read the title of the video. This is the finale of this Let's Play. Episode 772. And I thought, maybe I should go somewhere special to make this announcement. Maybe I should go and, somewhere, I thought maybe the Lily of the Elon, or maybe Holbrick, or something like that. Eventually you just kind of come to the realization that ending isn't really any more fun no matter where you go or where you try to take something to. It's almost 4 years ago that I started this playthrough, basically on a whim. I was on a temporary computer. My previous laptop at that time had broken. And, I figured it would be something of a joke. I had played through Icewind Dale. I wanted something to go with it. And here I am almost 4 years later. Just finishing it up now. Almost 4 years, or about 2.5 weeks away from 4 years. And it's still something of disbelief for me. I think part of the reason why this might be so sudden, or perhaps seem so sudden, is that, quite frankly, I wasn't entirely sure how to go about this. You do something for such a long time, and something you enjoy for such a long time, and you never really want it to end. And I'm not so sure that even now I want this to end. But I sat down the other day, and I thought about it for a moment. And the choice was either between ending it now. Well, this was probably 2 weeks ago I thought about this. The choice was either between ending it now or going on for probably another year. Play through End of Dragons, and so on. And it just feels like the better thing to do would be end it now. I cannot describe And I sound so deadpan right now because I'm like trying not to get emotional, as stupid as that may sound. I cannot describe how much fun I've had making these videos. Almost 800 of them. How much fun I've had playing through the story, how much fun I had completing the world. How much fun I had playing PvP, as much as it would drive me up a wall sometimes. As much fun as I had even recently doing some of the jumping puzzles. It was never not fun. I'm sure there were days where I was more into it than other days, whether it just be because I was more energetic or whatnot, or it just to be so engrossed in something for so long. And to get so much enjoyment out of it. I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy. There are some regrets. There always will be. I never really got a guild going as much as I wanted to. I never did much raiding. Problem with raiding was that raiding is kind of like a job. You gotta really be focused on what you're doing. You know what I mean? And I was always worried that obviously doing this and commentating and whatnot, I wouldn't be able to focus as I would want to during a raid, and that would risk the raid going wrong and everything else, and I didn't want to do that. That didn't seem fair to me, to the other people I would be raiding with. You know, I look back, it's funny, I went and I looked back at some of those first episodes. God, they're terrible. But I love them. You know? They're awful, but I love them. And I cannot in any way thank the people that have watched this Let's Play. Wherever you watched it, because I have no expectation that there is no one on the planet that could watch 772 episodes. I understand to an extent, especially more recently, this just became something for me. Really, it became something more for me after the Icebrood saga. I really could have theoretically probably ended it there. And maybe I should have. But I cannot thank the people that have watched these videos. I can't thank the community of this game. This game does have a great community. I wouldn't talk about it a lot, but I would usually go on Reddit before every recording session. 10, 15 minutes, just catch up on what's going on. Wading through mountains of Elementalist memes just to see what was going on. And the Reddit is so helpful in staying up to date and knowing what's going on in this game. And I would recommend that if you are playing Guild Wars 2, whether it's religiously or casually, you should make it a point to venture over there from time to time, because it will not be time wasted. I will say, I will return for End of Dragons. I will do that. And I will be happy to do it. I will relish the day that I get to return for End of Dragons. But from here, I would argue that the channel is probably going in something of a different direction. Earlier this year, it's 9 months now, it's insane to think about, I released a video called Musings of an Idiot, which was meant to be more of a show, I guess almost you could call it. And I have a lot of ideas. I have a lot of scripts written for more episodes of that. I would like to do 5 more episodes and then call that season 1 and then reevaluate. And I was kind of torn because I do still enjoy playing Guild Wars. But I would like to take a chance at making more videos like that. And then when it comes down to it, this is obviously not my job. I just do not have enough time in the day to play this game, record it, and then go out and record footage for another game and then edit that. I can't do it both as much as I would love to. So I will say there is a good chance that there will be a Guild Wars video in that season. Not sure which one it'll be. It won't be the first one that gets released, I know that. But I do think there will be a Guild Wars video in that Musings of an Idiot season that I'm sort of planning here. It's in the drafts. And I sit here, you see Avtel just sat here. Oh my God. It's hard to say goodbye to something that's been so good to you. And this game really has. I really enjoy the story, the world, some parts of the story more than others. And as I sit here and just see Avtel, it's the first time Avtel, Yavtel, whatever the hell she was being called. This is the first time in almost 4 years that she's taken a seat. And I think she deserves it. From saving the world and killing dragons to 100% world completion, and it's been a ride. I mean, we've done so many other things that if I mentioned all the things we've done in all these episodes, I'd be here all night. But it's time to let go. And as I'm sitting here, I don't want to. Don't want to let it go. But it's time. It's time. It needs a rest. Our hero needs a rest, because there is something brewing on the horizon. And I cannot wait until that comes to pass. And I get to come back and play through it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you to everyone that has even looked at these videos. Thank you. Kukamaru thanks you for watching. Thank you. I don't want to end the recording.